check it ein. Yeah. Conversation and sample flipping. That's the movement. Hit the like, subscribe, check it. Yeah, for the next minutes of live TV, you stop with me. Got no limits, I'm that vivid, I'm just kidding.
Aspect. The DPP eventually wrote back, and when it wrote back, it said that we will make a decision on what to do with docket number 2 after the conclusion of docket number 1, which in our space, in the criminal law space, I beg your pardon, it was shocking.
Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again. This time we're going to look at the whole case and what went wrong. Who is responsible and who is not, who might be and who might not be. But before we do that, please like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you're in the loop. Right, let's commence. Now, remember when Shololo mentioned 375 and said 375, there's a letter that says from the DPC that says 375 will be decided once it will be decided upon once credibility findings in 636 are completed. Now what we want to know is 636 a credibility finding case, or is it a murder case combined with assassination, robbery gone wrong, something like that? What was mentioned in court, is it that, or is it a credibility finding? We don't know. Balo's charge sheet doesn't say so. Balo's charge sheet is saying murder is mentioning robbery gone wrong, is mentioning attempted murder on Zandi. So it's tricky. Now let's ask this: didn't something click with the judge? I'm gonna have to read right so that I can my story concise. Something must have clicked through the judge's head. Say, no, man. They say there's another case. In fact, there's another docket concerning the same case, the same incident. So why don't we combine these two dockets and make them one thing, so that we don't waste a lot of time and then we don't end up with other prisoners, that other accused not even facing the judge, not even having that day in court. Right. Now, we're going to talk about Ratha's behavior, right? He even got the Black Lawyers Association pissed off. They want answers for him. They want some replies. They want a meeting with him. Now, according to me, Ratha's new name is Uncle Ruckus. You know Uncle Ruckus. If you know the Boondocks, then you know who's Uncle Ruckus is. It's that self-hating guy who is black, but he doesn't want to be called black. He feels like he's white. Now, let's go back to some of his comments before this one. That shows you that he's really not down with the blacks, right? There was some time when he was saying he was asking Ramosipe and everybody in court and say there's this thing they call indigenization of European knowledge, something like that, and he was laughing at it. Like, you can see that he's looking down upon it. He doesn't feel like this is something that should happen. I don't know what's wrong with him and his love or his affection towards the blacks, the same people as his color. I don't know what's wrong with that. And then there's another one where he said Okay, where he decided no, Mrs. Kronje, that magistrate, should be in examined in Afrikaans in her own language because she said so. Now he was even he himself changed his language. He was talking now in Afrikaans, right? But you wonder if any of the accused or if any of the state witnesses that came, the cops, everybody, Mahola, and all, if they said no, I want myself also to be interviewed, whether in CPD or whether in isiZulu or whether in Xhosa or whether in Setswana or whether in any other language that's here in South Africa, Tsonga, Shona, Shangaan, and all that. If somebody came there and said, no, I want to be interviewed in that language, will that be entertained? I don't think so. I don't think so. They're just looking up towards there's this term in America. They call it the House Nigga. The House Nigga. That's what they call it. These are the slaves that used to stay with the master in the house. And then after a year or two, they think now they are the white people because they are now living with the white people. That's what's usually happens. So it's giving those vibes that he's looking down on his own nation. It feels like we are the scum of the earth. Right, let's continue. You know, Ratha, every time you talk to him and you try to argue with him, he tells you about, quote me a case, quote me an authority that says so. Right. Now, what I want to know is, when he had this 375, while he's busy with 636, and he heard that those cases are talking about one and the same thing. They are concerning the same incident. Two cases concerning the same incident. What did come to his what came to his mind? I mean, didn't he say he wants authority on everything? Now, according to the look of things, the way things are looking, and according to what well-versed people in law are saying, this is unprecedented to have two cases, two dockets on one case, right? It's something that has never been there. So you wonder how did that slip the mind of such a well-versed judge? I mean, they had a chance when the case started de novo to make it to enroll those two cases and make them one, but they let it slip. So you wonder, why is he using authorities only on a defense, but he doesn't use those authorities or any other authorities to qualify his actions, like saying, like, allowing this case go on while he knows there's another docket on this case, right? My thinking is probably he knew, because the way he speaks as if he knows all these authorities, right? So if he saw this was happening, he probably knew that this is unprecedented. There's nothing like this. But I'm not stopping it. I'm letting it go. It's gonna be a mess up front, right? And he always gives out mixed signals, right? When he was complaining about Mngomezulu not being in court, there's one line. He just mentioned it in one line. And I heard it from my register. So he doesn't explain to us how his register got the message right. So we just have to live with his side of the story, right? I don't want to talk about the behavior of the lawyers because everybody's lambasting them on how they didn't look out from Gomez. I don't want to give them the hiding now. I just want to watch and see what's going on in front. Let's watch and see. Now, the photographer, when we go to the cross-examination of Friday, in fact, of the last day, the photographer is not sure about the time because he started by saying that time was wrong. In fact, this is the time that I arrived at the police station. And then he further said, no, I don't know if it was after 2 or what, but this is not the time that I wrote here. So you ask yourself, what do these people rely on to remind them? If they wrote something wrong here, what do they rely on? Aren't these people supposed to have pocket books that they record everything that they are doing during the day on? Something that they can produce in court if they are called to. They don't. And Ratha is not saying anything about that. The guy was the guy who's always fond of looking for authorities. There's an authority that record books should be used, right? The pocket books of the cops. It's an authority. Since it was given to them, that's an authority. But he doesn't care about those authorities. He doesn't even give them a hiding. He doesn't even suggest to the prosecutor to invoke charges of defeating the ends of justice or lying under oath, perjury. No, nothing like that. And then the first lady who came, the interpreter, she also said something interesting. When Baloy asked her, what happened to the statement after it was done? She said, it was given to the investigating officer. I'm not sure. In fact, but before she said, I'm not sure, she said he was given to the investigating officer. And the second question came and said, no, I'm saying after the statement was done. She said, no, I don't know. Now, the question is, if she said it was given to the investigator, which time was it then? Because it seems to me that she knows at some time this statement was given to the investigating officer. So how did she know that? And look at this. One surprising thing, Ramsipli came after. And he says, he asked her about the same incident. The lady says, no, I don't know. She even becomes a little bit furious, interjects him, and then Ramsipli says, you cut me off. I was just about to say, how sure are you about that? And she said, I'm not sure. And then he went further and reminded her. That's a reminder. Like, you can't ask a question like that. You remember that the investigating officer there, or you thought the person who was investigating was Mr. Mohane, the person who brought the accused there. So there's some kind of help. If you are smart, you can just tell her this person is being helped to answer this question with the question that is being asked. We'll see. Let's just look at this thing. We'll see. Let's go to the front. Let's go on with the case, and then we'll see who is who. People will just start coming out with their own actions. Now we go into the judge president, right? The judge president is probably he might also be capable of the things that is accusing Judge Maumela of. First of all, he's saying allocated the case to take it to trial. He was just allocated that case to case manage it to trial, not to be the judge during the trial, right? And then the lawyer of that Mr. Maumela, or Judge Maumela, is saying no. Maumela never allocated himself the case. He got the case from the royal, and the royal said he must continue with the case. And after a while, the litigants came to him and said, no, we are ready to continue with the case. So those litigants, it just might be Baloyi. I think Michelle was there. I think Mijiako was there. I don't know who else. There was some lawyer who was mentioned there in those box back magistrate cases, right? Those earlier cases. Now, you can ask these two questions here. You asked one to Maumela, and then we're going to ask some others to Judge President. The first one for Maumela is, he's right if something like that has happened before, where there are two cases. So something has happened before, like there's a case and you are given into it by your seniors, and they tell you case manage it until trial status, but don't enter the trial yourself. You will find another judge. If something like that has happened before, where your seniors give you a case and you go ahead and take what the litigants are saying, the people you are presiding over, and you take their word over your seniors and you commence with the case. If something like that has happened before, you are right. But if it has never happened like that before, Maumela is the wrong one, right? He should have managed the case as he said, as they told him, take it to trial status, and then inform his seniors the case is ready, what they're going to do with it. But no, he didn't do that. So now the questions to Judge President. You are right if what you are saying, you told Maumela to case manage the case until trial status. You are right if you did it like that. But then again, you are wrong if you gave him that order, and then once you saw that he's disobeying that order, you come back and tell us the horse had already bolted. You can't be telling us that. That's not what the leader says to his people. The leader gets up and nip that thing in the butt as soon as it starts. Now, you're coming out and telling us, no, that horse had already bolted, but that person is your city. And yet again, you miss another chance when it's Ratha, when the case is nullified, and then this de novo Ratha case comes in, you miss another chance. You don't tell those guys. There's two documents that I've heard about in this case. Mix them up before you mess up this case. No, you just sit there and then you come and tell us this thing when you are suspending Maumela. And you're suspending Maumela after I don't know how long. After how long you've been getting complaints from the people that you said you've been getting complaints from. Now you want to tell us the horse had already bolted. What do you do when a horse is bolted? Can't you say, oh, stop, halt, something like that? What was your power? These are things that are making us weak in terms of the judicial system in South Africa. Your reaction time is very low, very slow. Before I go angry and start talking some things, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Peace.